Okay, so we got rhythm hops. Trying to keep these light and springy. Feeling very heavy right now, so these aren't probably gonna look the best because I'm not very elastic, but let's get it. So I actually quite like these single hops and I keep them as a staple in my training. Just trying to get better at them over time because the forces you experience on these because you're on a single leg are higher than an approach jump, so you're actually getting some sort of adaptation. And it's just more for me at the moment to maintain a certain level of elasticity while I build strength. So a huge emphasis of the training right now is to build relative strength. So my main goal is to build my squat strength up in this heel elevated position, really emphasizing the quadriceps while at the same time slowly getting lighter and decreasing my body fat. Because the other day I weighed myself and I was 94, almost 95 kilos, which is way too fat. Bit of a fatty at the moment, so it's definitely not ideal and I can feel it when I jump. I'm also making training a little bit less intense and a little bit more general to allow my nervous system to freshen up because I'm also fatigued at the moment too, and I think it's going to take a few weeks to actually freshen up, not even just one deload. Sometimes this can happen. You can build so much fatigue that it does take a little bit longer for you to freshen up. So that's where it definitely pays in your training to have like easier months almost sometimes. This doesn't mean you train like a bitch for the whole month. Pretty much what I am doing is just doing less like plyometrics, less sprinting, not lifting so heavy in low rep ranges. I'm utilizing more of a 5 rep range to drop the intensity a little bit while still having the ability of building strength. So the combination of these things, getting lighter, getting stronger, my relative strength levels raising while fatigue dropping over the next month, I don't see a world where my vertical can't increase by 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 inches in the next month. And that might seem a bit crazy to some of you listening, but due to the circumstances of me being quite heavy at the moment, my relative strength being down, and also fatigued, I don't think it's unrealistic to see a pretty good increase. And judging how that first jump session went on the Monday, that was one of the worst jump sessions I've had in a while. I mean, I couldn't even windmill, which is like, that's not normal for me. Even in my worst sessions, I can still windmill. So that does tell me I have a lot of low hanging fruit in terms of just getting fresher and pretty much just everything I said before. So this is what jump training is about, guys. It's not about doing fancy, crazy exercises. It's about doing the basics well and executing them well while managing fatigue correctly over time, ensuring your training structured correctly over time to do this, while also balancing multiple qualities at the same time, like strength, like speed, like elasticity, like tendon stiffness. This is where the magic is, and this is where the results are. All right, so we're on the way to second dunk session of the week. It's going to be more of a low rim. I hope this camera angle's all right, by the way. I don't really have anyone to film, but I wanted to record in the car because it's just a good vibe, I reckon. So one thing I wanted to talk about was training and I guess a little bit on periodization. So with jump training, the fun thing and I guess interesting thing and also complex thing about it is that you got to balance multiple qualities at the same time. It's not like muscle building where it's a lot more simple. Like with jump training, you got to work on more than one thing at one time. Like you got to get stronger, increase how much muscular force you're producing, increase the rate of which you can produce that force, improve your tendon properties as well, get more elastic, stiff tendons, manage your body weight as well. Just so many things that you got to manage all at the same time. And if you want to jump your highest, your training needs to develop all of these qualities at the same time too, or at the very least prioritize and emphasize one quality while maintaining the rest. And that's a big thing I feel like a lot of people, coaches, athletes, everything like that get wrong with jump training is they either prioritize one quality and let all the others detrain at the same time, or they just put too much emphasis on one quality and then the other qualities detrain, and then you end up jumping no higher even though one quality is getting more developed. So for example, you could put more of an emphasis on strength per se, but if you're not doing the work to maintain your tendon elasticity and the rate at which you can produce that force, your fast twitch fibers, all that, then you might not jump any higher despite being stronger and you producing more force if it's not within like the relevant time frames. That's where with jump training you got to ensure that you're not detraining things while trying to emphasize certain qualities.